What's up, everybody? Circus here, coming at you with a lore/history video. Harpies are hot right now, and because of that, I thought I'd take a look at the Harpies archetype as it stands in Duel Links. I understand there's more support in Harpies for the TCG, but this video will be dealing with the cards that we have in Duel Links. So let's take a look at the Harpie backstory a little bit. After doing some research, I was a little disappointed at first that there wasn't an overreaching story for the cards. I was hoping for a story that would progress with each new card. What I found instead was a little bit more humorous or interesting, since this is supposed to be a card game for kids. So in the original show, Harpies were the signature deck for My Valentine. On the show, each character had a deck that reflected their personality. Mai was the older hottie on the show that liked to use her womanly charms to get into the mind of her opponents, like the time she swindled Rex out of his room by promising him a kiss. Compared to the other female characters on the show, Mai dressed a little bit more adult and wasn't afraid to show some skin. She also liked to be in control of any situation, even as going as far as marking her cards with perfume so that she could further mess with her opponents by pretending to be psychic. So if I was working on a kid's show and I had to think of a signature deck for an adult woman, provocatively dressed, that likes to be in control of her male opponents, I guess I would base that archetype around BDSM. Wait, what? Honestly, I think it's pretty funny they were able to sneak this into the anime and the game, but when you really look at all the cards, it's pretty obvious. All the Harpies are barely dressed to begin with, and the stuff they do wear does have the whole Dominatrix thing going on. Even the censored art of the cards, they wear skin-tight purple suits, and if those suits were black instead of purple, it would 100% look like leather outfits. Just kind of adds to the whole Dominatrix thing a little bit more. And check out Cyber Shield. It even has a collar on it. Some might say, well, that's how the armor stays on. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. I know I said I was going to keep this to Duel Links, but there's an anime-only card called Rose Whip. It's literally a whip with thorns all over it. And from what I've read about Harpie's pet dragon, it's supposed to be a reference to a gimp. I don't really see it, but we'll go with it. I can see why a lot of players simp for these cards, but for me, those hands are a real deal breaker. One thing I found interesting about the archetype was that in the beginning, the playstyle was centered around getting one Harpie out on the field and boosting her up. This was supposed to represent My Valentine's lone wolf personality. Now the archetype is centered around multiple Harpies working together to build a board. And this is supposed to represent Mai after she lets her guard down and learns how to make friends and work together. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, let's take a look at the archetype in Duel Links and see if we can't learn a bit about a trivia about them. There's 26 cards that use the word Harpie in the text, 4 of which I would call Harpie related. My Valentine was one of the original characters you could unlock when the game first came out. Her starter deck looked like this. Let's take a look at it. So here we have the Harpie Lady Sisters, Harpie Lady, and Harpie Girl. Harpie Lady Sisters artwork has the Harpies that would eventually become Harpie Ladies 1, 2, and 3 in it, and the Cyber Shield and Rose Whip are in the artwork as well. Harpie Lady eventually becomes Harpie Lady 1, and Harpie Girl is believed to be the younger version of Harpie Dancer. Harpie Ladies 1, 2, and 3 all appear in Harpie Lady Sisters, Triangle Ecstasy Spark, and Hysteric Party. Harpie Lady 1, as mentioned before, is the retrained version of Harpie Lady. Elegant Egotist and Triangle Ecstasy Spark are my level up rewards. Elegant Egotist is supposed to be the view of Harpie Lady's head through a kaleidoscope.
It's school time! I don't care if it's school time, I'm not doing school right now!
And Triangle Ecstasy Spark was an attack used in the anime to take out Yami Yugi's mystical elf. Harpie Lady Phoenix Formation and Cyber Shield are available at the gate. Harpie Lady Phoenix Formation is one of 2 Harpie cards in Duel Links that doesn't feature a Harpie in it. Cyber Shield appears in Harpie Lady Sisters, Harpie Lady Elegance, and Cyber Harpie Lady. Harpie's Hunting Ground was available as a skill. Ojama Yellow, Green, and Black are featured in the artwork along with Harpie Lady 1 and Electro Whip, which is a reference to Rose Whip. Eventually, this skill had to be nerfed because its ability to pop back row made the deck too strong for the time. Now, when I say the deck, I need to clarify. In Konami's mind, this is what the Harpie deck should look like, but in reality, it was this. Harpies were a dominant deck in the early days of Duel Links, but like any deck in Duel Links, it faded from the meta and didn't see a lot of support for the next few years. Cards were released 1 or 2 at a time, and nothing too meta-defining. In November of 2017, the Blades of Spirit box contained Cyber Harpie Lady and Harpie Dancer. Cyber Harpie Lady is Harpie Lady 1 equipped with Cyber Shield and Rose Whip, while Harpie Dancer appears in Harpie's Feather Rest. In December of 2017, the Duelist Chronicles Battle City event had Harpie's Feather Rest as an event reward. It's available as a ranked ticket now. And this card features Harpie Harpist, Harpie Dancer, and Harpie Channeler. Then, almost a year later, in November of 2018, the Blackstorm Rising box came out and contained Hysteric Party, Harpie Queen, and Harpie's Hunting Ground. Hysteric Party has Harpie Ladies 1, 2, and 3 in the artwork, and Harpie Queen makes an appearance in the artwork for the Big Cattle Drive. And that is all we saw for almost 2.5 years. Finally, in March of 2021, the Sign of Harpies box came out in Cyber/Harpie Lady, Harpie Channeler, Harpie Harpist, Harpie Perfumer, Harpie Lady Elegance, and Hysteric Sign were released. These cards gave much needed support to the deck. Cyber/Harpie Lady is the evolved synchro form of Harpie Lady. Harpie Channeler has a chain in her hand, which is a reference to her dragon effect. Harpie Harpist didn't have any cool trivia about her besides that she looks like Lady of the Lake. Harpie Perfumer is a reference to My Valentine's aroma strategy, and Hysteric Sign features Harpie Channeler in it. Now for the other cards that have Harpies in their name or text. First is Harpie's Pet Dragon. Again, this one is supposed to be like a gimp, but I don't really see it, but whatever. Next is Birdface. It has a classic summoning line from Mai.
I summon Birdface!
This card actually was used for Harpie decks. It had decent attack, and when destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, it could search a Harpie Lady from the deck and add it to your hand. This card art isn't my favorite. To me, it's right up there with Cypher Soldier. Griffin Wing is a funny card. It's a trap meant to counter Harpies. It's used to negate Harpie's Feather Duster, which in Duel Links is only available using the skill Creator. So the chances of successfully using this card are slim to none, but hey, maybe one day this card will be necessary. The last one only uses the word Harpies in the flavor text. A legendary monster that dwells secretly in the mountains, fighting with the Harpies over hunting grounds. Not really related, but he seems like an adversary to the Harpies. Like, you know, he likes to fight them on their hunting grounds. So in the end, Harpies weren't nearly as cool as I was hoping they would be. I thought maybe there'd be some long story about how some young woman a long time ago angered some god of birds, and he cursed them to be beautiful, but have the hands, feet, and wing of birds, that the curse could be lifted after something magical happened millennia later. But nope. What I got was an adult woman in her bondage fantasy cards. It wasn't the story I was looking for, but it was the story I got. So let me know in the comments below what you think of Harpies, and thank you for watching.